I have a hair. Hi! Welcome to Way to Sun. My name is Michelle. My nose is itchy. I am in our van outside. You'll probably hear traffic. Fiddle faddle, hold on. Okay, take two. Hi, welcome to Way to Sun. My name is Michelle, and I'm gonna do a bit of a story time video for you. I am outside in our van. Hubby is in the classes he has to take. Tonight's the last one. Yay! I am with him because when he's done with this class, we have to go to his family member over to the house of a family member of his. He had a relative die today. We found out like an hour and a half before this class. So we want to go over there and pay our respects and see if there's anything that we can do to help them. The person that died, I can't remember how old he is, like 22, 23. But he had a lot of health issues. He was born with a lot of health issues. He's had several surgeries in his life. He needed full-time care. He was not self-care at all. So, I don't know. It was just kind of... I mean, he wasn't a super healthy guy. But we didn't think he was, like, that unhealthy, if that makes sense. So anyway, we want to go pay our respects and see if there's anything we can do for them. That is not what this video is about. This video, blow, breeze, blow, feels so good, is story time about my visit to the ER. I know I kind of briefly touched on it in a voiceover that I did for the 4th of July food prep video, but I kind of want to give you guys the full story of what happened. I know it was... The day that I did that voiceover, I was still kind of having trouble focusing and having trouble, period, with life. And so, what had happened was, on Sunday? Yes, Sunday. My days are so messed up. No, Saturday. On Saturday. I haven't been feeling good for about a week. I've been feeling extremely drained and exhausted. And hubby would make comments like, you need to get outside, you need to go for a walk, which is normally a good suggestion because it's my depression that's causing me to be tired and lack of motivation and lack of anything. But I could tell that this wasn't my depression. I could tell this was clearly something else going on. The fatigue was just, like, mind-blowingly heavy. Like, I don't know how to describe it otherwise. Like, contemplating, like, I'm going to do a video, hopefully tonight and tomorrow we can work on getting the rest of it filmed, but, of me doing odds and ends around the house. And when I do the intro, and I'm going to use the original intro just so you guys can see how tired I was, just talking about doing stuff, like I was ready for a nap. I did one thing. I did the first thing on my list, which was pick up some blankets that were on the floor and pick up Beckett's toys that were still on the floor from when we had taken care of him at our house. Just doing those two things. And I mean, guys, picking up the toys, you'll see in the video, it was like a 3-foot square area. I picked them up, put them on the shelf right there. Wore me out. I slept for 2 hours afterwards. Not even joking. Not even exaggerating. 2 hours I slept because just doing those two little tasks beat me. I was done. And so, hubby got home and I'm sitting in the chair, still very drowsy. I'd actually just woke up right before he got there. And you might hear a lot of noises because, like I said, I am outside. There's a cute little old man driving a tractor right here. Looks like he took his tractor down to pick up some scrap metal he saw. So anyway, when hubby walked in and saw me, he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Baby, I'm exhausted. This isn't like depression exhausted. This is just an absolute physical inability to do anything." He's like, "Well, what can I do?" I said, "Baby, nothing. I don't know what to do." He's like, "Well, do you know what it is?" And so we're talking about it. And I said, "I don't know." I said, "I'm kind of worried that my blood pressure might be really high again." I say again because a year ago, about this time, I was in the hospital for something, I don't remember what, and they took my blood pressure and kind of went apeshit crazy like they did this time. Anyway, he's like, "Well, why don't we pull out my blood pressure cuff?" I had totally forgotten we even had that. I'm like, "Oh, good idea." So he pulls it out, and we take my blood pressure. Let me find my phone because I have a picture of it on my phone. And I believe the first one that we took was like 238 over 100 something or 90 something. This is why I have pictures, because I can't remember. So hold on a minute. 211 over 121. And I'm like, "Well, hold on, let me take some deep breaths, let me calm down." So we took it again. It was 217 over 130. Well, those are even high. I'm like, "Well, shit." He's like, "I think you need to go to the ER. I said, "Well, let me text Shyla, who is a nurse. She's my cousin. She's the one I used to take care of the little girls for. She's an RN. I said, "Let me text Shyla." Well, she didn't answer and didn't answer and didn't answer. It was about 20 minutes later, and I texted her mom. I said, "Hey, is Shy at work today?" And Kelly said, "Well," it's a bug. She said, "Yeah, but she should be getting off any time. Hold on." So I guess Kelly texted her and said, "Hey, Aunt Mickey's trying to get a hold of you. You need to look at your phone." So Shyla responded, "Girl, get your ass to the hospital now." I'm like, "Okay." Let me finish what I'm doing, because I was in the middle of eating supper. I'm like, I'm gonna get there, they're gonna run tests, and they're not gonna feed me, and if they keep me, they're not gonna feed me until tomorrow. So anyway, fat girl gotta eat. No, in all honesty, I hadn't eaten yet that day, so, you know, it needed to happen. So anyway, get to the ER, tell them what's going on. They put me in a triage chair. They take my blood pressure. And the nurse goes like this, she goes, because she looks at the blood pressure machine, and she literally went, like you could just see on her face, the prayer of, "Don't let this person die in front of me." I was like, "Oh, that's not good." And they immediately put me in a room. And that's where the urgency seemed to slow down. Like, they didn't, I figured, you know, nurses would be coming in pretty quickly, and they didn't, because they weren't busy. So anyway, fast forward about 10-15 minutes, and they come in, they put an IV on me, which is weird. They put it on my arm right here. It's weird, but she did a good job, because she didn't even really bruise me. There's a little mark where it was, but there's no bruise. It's that little mark right there. There's no bruise. So that was pretty awesome. Put the IV in, drew some blood, sent me down for a CT scan. I never want to do that again until after I get rid of my ucky, because the way I had to lay, oh, it hurt so bad. Then they put me in this room for an x-ray. They wanted me to stand. I'm having an anxiety attack. I'm slightly dehydrated because I really hadn't drank much that day. I just wasn't, you know, in a good shape. And she stands me in front of this x-ray machine. And I'm like, "Ma'am, I think I'm gonna pass out." And she weighed all of 22 pounds if she weighed an ounce. And she comes running over. She's like bear hugging me with her arms like this. And I'm like, just tell me where you want me to sit because I can take 3 steps and then I'm done. And she goes, just get to this table, just get to this table, which was literally 3 steps behind me. And she's screaming for her assistant, Michael, Michael, get in here. And I'm like, oh, geez, this is just awful. It's just awful. Oh, and I had a gown on, which I kind of skipped a part. I forgot about this part, so hold on. I'll get back to that. I had this gown on, and the gown like half falls off. I'm flashing my yahas to this poor dude. Anyway, they get me back on my bed. She's like, I'm just gonna come to you and do a portable x-ray. I'm like, that sounds grand. So I forgot to tell you guys that right after, or right before the IV, they did an EKG, right? That's where they check your heart. Well, where they have to put those little stickers, I have ha-has. So this girl goes, I have to lift your breast, I'm sorry. And she's like playing with my ha-ha, picking it up. I'm like, yeah, this isn't humiliating in any shape or form. And the one nurse, she's like, do you want me to ask your husband to leave the room? I was like, no. No. And, hold on a minute. Okay. And so, it just was so awkward. The whole situation was awkward upon awkward upon awkward. And anyway, so they go through all that. The blood work came back fine. It was funny because she said, I'm going to have a urine sample. And I was like, I really don't think I can pee-pee in a cup. It's like, the logistics of it. Like, put a hat on the thingy, I can pee-pee in the hat and I'll pour it in a cup, but I can't pee-pee in a cup. Like, when you're this big, that kind of maneuverability isn't going to happen. So anyway, come back from getting the x-ray, come back from getting come back from getting the CT, trying to get an x-ray, sitting in the bed. She comes in and does the chest x-ray. And they, you know, they bring in some water. She's like, I need you to drink, you know, some fluids because we're going to have a urine sample. And I'm like, whatever. And she goes, can you take pills? I'm like, yeah. She goes, all right, I'm going to bring some meds into you and we're going to shoot some in that IV. I'm like, cool. Well, they came in and put 1 dose of meds in the IV, and that thing burnt all the way up my flippin' arm. I'm like, ew. She says, sometimes they do that. I'm like, you could warn a girl, just saying. Just warn the girl. But anyway, it was fine. It was like 20 seconds at best. But anyway, they kept taking my blood pressure. At one point, it came down about 10 points, but then it went right back up again. She said, well, after reviewing your charts, because last year and then in December, so a year and then 6 months ago, my pressures were about the same. She goes, so you kind of live in the danger zone, which she did to me. She said, we're going to send you home, but I have to know that you are going to follow up with your doctor this time. I said, I don't know who my doctor is. And we went through the whole spiel about how I haven't been able to get through to Anthem and yada yada yada. And so to shorten that part of it, she put me on a referral call list. Basically, it's a case manager that calls you. And I was like, okay, thinking whatever. And Richard's like, and they will call, right? You guys, my husband, God, I freaking love him. He did not leave my side for a second. Not a second. He was mad that they wouldn't let him follow me down the hallway to the CT scan. Like, he's like, I can wait outside. And the guy's like, well, we're really not supposed to let people stand out in the hallway. So he's like, we'll be right back with her. And he looked at me, and hubby's like, are you sure you're going to be okay? I'm like, I'll manage. Barely managed. But anyway, he sat right by my side one of the machines would beep like every minute and a half. He'd have to get up and turn it off. He never complained. Not one time did he bitch about that. Just, what do you need? Do you need this? And even today, when we got here, he's worried about me sitting outside. He's like, it's hot outside. It's really not that hot. It's like 81 degrees, but I'm in a shaded area, and there's a breeze. It's really actually quite pleasant out. I'm not complaining at all. So I'm trying to get my weather app on my phone to come up, which is a little like trying to get chickens to jump through hoops. But anyway, yeah, it says it's 82 degrees. So they sent me home with a prescription. It was like 9:30 or 10 o'clock that night. Excuse me. And I knew that I didn't have to take it again until the next day, so we just went home. I wasn't going to try to find a pharmacy at midnight or, 10 o'clock at night to fill this prescription. I just wanted to get home, get in my space, in my bed, and, excuse me, the next day, hubby and his mom went and, well, he went over to his mom's to do a couple of things and to do laundry. Bless his heart, he did laundry for us. Because I couldn't. I'm like, no, it's not going to happen. And he needed stuff done. And so, him and his mom came back to the house because he forgot to grab the script. And they went and got my meds for me. And so today is Tuesday. I'll take my pressure again this evening. I do it at the same time. I do it at the same time I take my pills, actually. And so far, it's only come down by like 2 points. But as long as it stays going down, I mean, really there's nothing else I can do. I do have a doctor's appointment, so that was the other thing, is that referral. They called me the following morning. I was in the ER on Saturday, they called me on Sunday morning and got me set up with a doctor's appointment, got me a doctor assigned, gave me the phone number to the insurance company. Which I've called. The card is on the way. I now have my number, or at least I think I have my number. She gave me a number. Anyway, it's been, a crazy couple of days. I am definitely feeling better. Like today I did dishes, and I said Richard, and he folded it. I don't know if you can call what Richard does folding, okay? That's all I'm going to say. But it was organized. All of the towels were together. All of the wash rags were together. All of the dish towels were together. So I just reorganized. I did refold a few things. But, thank God for my amazing husband. It is so good to know that he 100% has my back. Oh, and I started to tell you, so we get here today. And, I'm going to be sitting out here for about an hour. Not a big deal. Excuse me. Wanted to make this video. I will probably turn on YouTube when I'm done with this video, because when I'm done with this, his class doesn't even start for like another 10 minutes. So I'm literally probably going to turn on a video and close my eyes. Because I get tired easy. But he's like, if you feel lightheaded, if you feel nauseous, if you feel like you're not going to do okay, he says, you honk that horn, I'll be out here. Because I can literally see the room that he's in right there. He'll be out here like that. And I'm like, baby, I'm fine. I promise you, I'm okay. I can sit here for a little while. It's no big deal. I'm so blessed. So blessed to have him. So anyway, yep, that's my health scare for now. I'm excited about this doctor's appointment. I want to schedule this to be removed. Obviously, the blood pressure issue. We've started adjusting as much as we can our diet at home. I can't throw out everything that's bad for me right now and just go rebuy everything new and start fresh. What I can do and what we are going to do is cycle through what we have, try to eat healthier. I think his mom said, somebody said, Oh, our friend, she's gonna send us some salt-free spices, which I'm super stoked about. And we are trying to use up all of our fresh produce. I guess rinsing black beans is really helps get rid of a lot of their salt, so I'll make sure to do that. I've already started shopping salt-free beans, especially. I like canned beans. I don't like to rehydrate dried beans. It drives me nuts. So, you know, looked up low sodium or salt-free canned goods, and I already have them in my Walmart cart so that I can... Sorry, there's people coming for this meeting and they're parking like really close and it's a little embarrassing. But, so we're gonna start filtering out what we don't need and what's not good for us. Change it up. You know, it's crazy because when I'm cooking, I don't really add a whole lot of salt, but there's so much salt in all the processed crap, and part of the problem is we can only shop once a month, and so it makes like fresh produce and stuff difficult because it doesn't hold for a month. But we're gonna try to figure some new stuff out and, you know, do what we can. Okay, I'm gonna get off of here because just doing this kind of made me tired. Drink a little more of my water, which hubby put one of the great big ice cubes in, and so it's like not as much water as I would like. But anyway, it's here and there. I don't care. It'll be fine. So, if you guys, here's my request on this video. A couple of requests. Request number one, if you don't have nice things to say, just be quiet. Request number two, if you have any links or easy peasy low salt or salt-free recipes that you could share for me and send to me, that would be great. You can put them in the comments. You can send it to reallyamickeyfan@gmail.com, or send it to me via Messenger or Instagram message. I don't know what that one's called. Is that IM? Instant messages? Anyway, I would love that. Obviously, we need to change things up a bit, try to get our lives a little bit healthier. So, yeah, if you guys could help me out in that way, it would be fabulous. I'm gonna get off here. I will see you guys in the next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.